does in the States.
That's why some like
Now,
I'm hoping the opportunity cross. I hear that from so. I heard that all throughout my college life, especially from my classmates from college who were from different countries.
it tastes better. The food doesn't have acid taste to it like ketchup or tomatoes.
Wait,
Uh,
what?
it the pineapples and things of that nature. It has a sweeter taste because of the soil is not contaminated. That's one. Two, there's no added chemicals in the food itself, and that's another. When I went to a particular country in Central America, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I'm a diabetic, and I pricked my finger. I ate the same amount of food there than I would in the United States, right?
Mm-hmm.
My sugar did not elevate.
Say
It went
what?
it went down.
It went down.
It didn't go up. And if it didn't go down one day, it stayed normal. It never went up. I come back, and when I came back,
You
did
were
go.
complete
And
opposite.
I have actually recorded, and I put it, I put it out there for the watchers to be able to hear it and see it. I tested it on the camera, recorded myself, and you can see my numbers
Increasing.
increase here in the States versus decreasing overseas, eating the same amount of food, but there was no chemicals in it. It's all natural. Now, the other reason why I thought about this, this topic is so important, is the fact that we have so many people that are fat and overweight, and
Yeah.
if people look up and do the research on ChatGPT and ask specific questions, like I did, like, is there over 10,000, and the key word is over 10,000. The minimum is 10,000, but they use the word over. So there's more chemicals in our food in the United States that we eat that is considered unhealthy. And then they take certain additives out in regards to healthcare. If you do the research with ChatGPT, as I mentioned, like, they take the medication they take from plants. They take certain additives out of the plants that can heal the body, like naturally, like it's supposed to be done. And so when you take that out, and then what you take out, you create into another pill. It's a vicious cycle. Now you're putting people on the pill, but you're discouraging them from going and using herbs,
Natural.
and that's where they're taking
And
the
then they say
medication
it's not
from,
FDA approved.
and it's not healthy, but you're taking the same herbs that people will take normally. You're saying not to, but you're making them buy pills that have side effects that you chemically enhance or process enhance in the
Isn't that
pharmaceutical.
why I feel like that's why a lot of well, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna say it's general because I gotta do some more research on my end. Where I think I'm just gonna assume I think that's why America, or like I say as a country, not all the people, then like people like Doctor Savvy, because then he used to go through like a lot of natural remedies and much more. And yeah, it is a vicious cycle because it kind of reminds me even from my own personal experience. Because like what you eat is everything. What you consume in your body is like you people love cars here. Like if you put crap inside the car, you think it's gonna run smooth. So that's the same analogy goes for your body. If you put crap inside your body, do you think it's gonna run smooth? Do you think you're gonna lose weight if you're gonna constantly put crap in? I learned that the hard way my damn self. I was over here. Look, I was running, lifting weights all that much more, but my diet was crap. I was eating Whataburger all that much more, and I kept looking in the mirror like I'm wondering like, why the hell am I not losing weight? Well, Chris, your fucking diet's fucked up. And so like when I kept eating like that, I didn't see no changes. And the
Mhm.
minute that I changed my diet, I lost the weight. The diet is way more important than going to the gym and working out. You know what? I'm glad I brought this point out because like this is very important. And
Mhm.
and this is very important because in America we always publish and we see all these New Year's resolutions like I'm gonna hit the gym and much more. You don't see no motivation to push to change your diet when that's actually the most important thing of it all.
I think
And on top of that, like, I'm about to let you go, but I just want don't lose
no,
want
no,
to
go ahead.
forget that I never will forget going to the doctor's office, and I was saying having chest pains, and then they was checking me for elevated blood pressure and much more. And the doctor, not my regular original doctor, this was a new doctor came in,
Hmm.
said like, okay, we want to give you some blood pressure medication to keep that handle.
Hmm.
Um, this is normal. I said normal. So yeah, you may be on this rest of your life, but like I don't. When she said that, kind of threw me off because I was like, normal. It's like I'm on like 20 something. Ain't no way. I said like I'm not gonna stay on this. Like I'm not. I refuse to. Like okay, we'll see, but we recommend you do that. Became so more motivated to change my damn diet and eat better than ever. And within probably like a couple of months, because it took time, I was off that shit. My blood pressure and all that was more back to normal because I had to change my diet. And I think this is a crisis that America doesn't want to see, but it's just
I
always thrown under the bed and say it's okay.
agree. I agree. I agree. That's the biggest issue in the United States because they have other issues that they don't want to face that becomes a problem. And what they do is I see all they want to do is put a band aid over the issue. And after a while, even if there's a big, deep cut, right,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to bleed some way out or around from that band aid. Now,
Like,
now check this out. Before we go into a commercial break, I want you to tell me, I want you to watch this and then give me your thought on this because you brought up something about fast food. Okay.
and I got something to say with that too. As a joke on myself, but keep going.
But you tell me about this.
So you want to see my hamburger? It was in a box in my closet. This is the sack that it came in, and it was advertising a NASCAR race in 1996. So this dates the hamburger in its sack to 24 years old now. The French fries look like they maybe could have fallen under your seat a month or so ago. They've never
Mm-hmm.
rotted or decayed. The hamburger itself, the bread has never molded. The meat has never rotted. It's never even broken. It's completely intact. So, 24-year-old hamburger. Not sure what would happen if you ate it though.
All right.
What is your take? 24-year McDonald hamburger that proves chemicals are in the food that we
Okay.
digest.
Now let me say this, and okay. That shows why my ass always stay not losing the weight and pretty much gain all that weight even much more because of all the stuff that I was consuming in my body. So yeah, we definitely got to watch what we eat, especially with regards to fast food and much more, because it's chemicals. But they advertise it like it's the next biggest thing. Now, with that said, let me be realistic. I'm in America and I still love eating fast food. I'm not gonna be the one who rely on this damn show. Be like, I don't eat no damn McDonald's. Well, not anymore. My stomach at this point can't even tolerate McDonald's. But I will get Whataburger once in a while. But the main
Now
thing I
you know
was
they say Whataburger is the healthiest restaurant in Texas as far as hamburgers. That it's
eh,
the healthiest compared to Wendy's and these other joints, McDonald's. They're
well, that
saying
makes me feel a little bit better because, like I said, look, I'm being realistic. Every once in a while, I do go to fast food, but my stomach cannot tolerate McDonald's at all. I think I switched my diet so much, it's like hell no. Nah. But when I go to Whataburger, because I got this shit right behind me, my stomach's like, okay, we'll tolerate it, but no, you can't keep doing this shit. Yeah.
well, Baker, Baker, he has that, he has a chef, and people bring him, home cooked meals. So, I don't see him suffering, not like that unless the ingredients is inside the food that they cook with. That's another thing we got to think about.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Baker, I'm glad you joining with us, my brother.
Well, I apologize for being tardy. It's because
No,
I
that's
was on to
okay.
something else, another little event, and I had to handle the people because the video they went and shared with people go look Baker because they don't see me out like that. And I was with three of my favorite amigos, two of my favorite amigos. And we were laughing because I knew what the night would be about, but I was telling them about the fascinating and the deliciousness and them wings that was piled up in the container. And they had French fries. I just told this to my friend. This ain't no hype for the show. And I said, the wings had a pretty color to them. And it just looked like, because I remember, because Joshine was there when I ordered them. I know I wouldn't want to eat 8 wings, because it was 8 wings with the fries. And when the gentleman brought them out, it was like 8 fine women.
Oh, shit. Here you go. Here you go.
And they look good. From the rooty to the tootie.
He up, y'all.
Y'all sit there and help me demolish them. And Chris don't even know this. Chris is a young man, an intelligent man, a handsome man, a pretty man. When you know about your sexuality, you can call a man pretty.
That is true.
Yep. He's a pretty man. And I'm going to talk off track a little bit. Let me wind up. I'm like my radio. I was just testing out my crank up radio because the weather bad. Let me crank up. And I sat there, but before we started eating, and I look at this Negro. He just grabbed a mic. I don't forget nothing. And he went into his poetry. And the old grandmother sitting there at the table.
Oh, yeah.
Now, why are these people live? Am I live?
Yeah, you are live.
You live.
Well, Baker, where are you now? I don't know how to do it. Look. And the old grandmother was sitting there looking like a Christmas ornament.
She was
I hope
glowing.
that ain't nobody grandmother, nothing.
She was glowing for you.
Yeah, she looked like one of them old Christmas bulbs you put on the tree.
Oh, my God, I'm dead.
And Chris said, just give me a word. And I can make a poem. Did you say that?
Yeah. Because I want the freestyle, so I can actually freestyle on the spot.
I got it. I'm educating myself. That's free. That's what freestyle means. She said family. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I right, Chris?
Yeah, you're right. Can you hear me? Yeah, it was family.
She said family. In between listening to you and looking at her and listening, I said, this man's something else. Myth Man rap is so smooth, he can take the skin off an alligator back. She just chopped our family and he would have slow and smooth, like Bill White. You keep telling me this and telling me that. And Lord, people, if y'all listening, forgive me. I'm holding the mic like he was holding it. I mean, the man rap was just strong, was snatch the skin completely off an alligator back. And make this should be after dark, and make a woman pattern stick to her like crazy glue. Gorilla glue is in her. And I watched the woman while you were rapping and talking. She kept fiddling under that table.
Oh, shit. What do you have to say?
And then she came out with her underwear in her hand balled up.
I'm not about to play with you.
I enjoyed myself.
Nice.
And I know we're talking about food. I have OCD, ADH, and all other stuff. And if you notice, when we were sitting down to eat, we were snacking on the wings. I pushed that ketchup or tartar sauce towards Yashin.
Yeah.
I pushed it. I said, no, that's you. You can handle that. And the reason I don't mess with ketchup and I don't mess with any of the dressings is because America knows how to kill people with food.
Oh shit!
He's telling the truth. Over
Yeah,
10,000
Well,
chemicals in the food.
well, look, you take ketchup, you wouldn't anticipate sugar being in ketchup.
That's true.
But you got sugar and salt, and you got diabetes and high blood,
That is.
and you shouldn't be touching it. I don't mess with it.
It's a
I
whole
don't mess
mouthful.
with the, and then it got so sophisticated, they call it drizzle.
Yep.
Yeah, you drizzling diabetes, and you drizzling high blood.
But it's gonna make you feel good. Yeah, it's gonna make you feel dead in a minute.
Good. I don't eat barbecue with sauce on it. I don't. If it got sauce, you can miss me.
Mhm.
And if I'm gonna eat some meat, I better leave that alone. Let's say one more time. If I'm gonna eat some meat,
Mhm.
Go ahead, baby. You about to say something? We know.
it's got to be alive.
Look at you.
I know where you. Go ahead, baby. You already there.
I ain't gonna tell what the host said to me.
See.
But look, on the real, when you talk about food, processed food, we didn't know any better, Chris, when we were young.
We just ate what we
would
had
take
around.
The little cheese in the little pack, and that cheese got that plastic. You take this, is it Velveeta, whatever that cheese crap?
That's it. That's Velveeta.
Well, it took me 30 years to realize there was something else.
Ah, shit.
Now, I want all of you out there listening in the trenches. This is In the Trenches broadcast live special event because we got some other stuff going on. But I want to say to you, but if you try this trick, go get a slice and put a cigarette lighter to it, and it will not melt. Real cheese melt. That's why you got a commercial. I ain't going off no notes. I'm going off what I know. Surjana or something say, we're the real cheese people.
Mm-hmm.
It don't melt. I discovered this when everybody all of a sudden want to become healthy and we're not dying. I hadn't had one in about 15 years, but I kind of now used to love them little ice cream cones look like a mountain with the little peanuts on it. And it's a cone, what they call it.
You mean?
You know the little, like a drumstick.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, like the mini drums.
Chris, you know what I'm talking about? Chris.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm trying to think. Like the
little drumstick. That's what it's called.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank you.
Get that. Yeah.
Belinda. Whoever you are, you look good. And you just eat it. But they say leave it out overnight and it don't melt. Did you know that?
Yeah, I've heard some ice cream.
It don't melt.
Yeah.
I thought it's ice cream.
I'm gonna see if I can find a video for it.
And then here's another thing. Y'all pay me for what I know. Some products that are labeled, they talk about cheese, ain't really cheese because they got to put cheese on there.
Yeah.
Now let me cut this thing down. Now this is unedited, and damn you if y'all don't want me to go cut my thing off. Now that's what I'm saying. Give me 1 minute because Chris is on the Googleation getting us some stuff.
Well, while Chris is on the Googleation, we're gonna take a quick commercial break and come back.
Well, I tell you, do that all the time, colored man.
Your past mistakes shouldn't define your future. At Payne & Payne Law Firm, we focus on cleaning criminal records of eligible people, giving you a clean slate. Contact Payne & Payne today for your fresh start.
For Tyrell Goodman, childhood and adulthood were not always glamour. Depression, lack of love from family, mistreatment, loneliness. Suicidal ideal, fear, betrayal, nightmares from combat, and mental abuse colored his days and haunted his nights. But through self-discipline, determination, mental toughness, hard work through biblical counseling, and keeping his faith in God that was taught by his grandparents, Goodman transformed himself from a depressed and suicidal young man with no hope nor future in one of the world's top endurances, known as life, the only man in history whose true mission to inspire others. So they don't be bitter, be better, and execute. In their daily life, help others in this human race. In Off the Path, he shares his astonishing life story and reveals that most of us face various personal battles internally and as if there is no way out. Goodman's inspiration of no-hold-bar mentality and no more excuses to push past the storm of life, eliminate self-doubt and negative people, accepting and build self-love, and develop a relationship with God. To be able to reach their full potential as it is meant to be. Ideal motivation for anyone looking to open their hearts and give more of themselves to the world. Available now. Get your copy today.
Hey, welcome back to In the Trenches. Hey, we've had a great topic. We're talking about our food and healthcare system secretly profiting off Americans. And so we had a video showing how a 20 to what's that 24 old McDonald hamburger and fries still look the way it looked when you go and purchase it. And then we had another video before we started on the show how CBS did a story about all these chemicals that are in our food, but the chemicals that's in our food are banned for the food, the same food to other countries that we ship to. So why is it we don't request and ask for better and we selling for less?
Because that's what we've been told to get used to. Is now a normal custom. I think that's honestly why we reject more healthier items, because like we've been so used to eating something so sweet that we feel that fills us up and feels so good and put on our backside, catching the itis and fall asleep, getting that good old sleep. That anytime somebody talks about something healthy, like healthy, what is that? That don't even taste good. I don't want none of that. Portions, man, nah. And then on top of that, the dramatic change, because another thing most people don't talk about is when you go from such an unhealthy diet to something healthy, um, your body has to get used to it. I never will. I'm joking on myself. I never will forget that the first time I tried to switch from all that junk food, much more to salad or something like that, my soul stomach was all told the fuck up. It had to cleanse. I was hurting. I was hurting. But I think it's just because like we've been told and got used to something that we feel is good, tastes good. We resent change. You there, guys?
What's your take, Baker?
Take out.
He said take out.
Well, you quoted, you said that CBS did a report,
Mm-hmm.
and the report was that the stuff that's in us killing us. Is that correct, or am I just?
No, they were saying a lot of this, the food, the chemicals in the food is unhealthy, and some of those chemicals, when they interviewed a doctor, he was
What I'm trying to
that
get
it
to
is
is
causing some of that is causing cancer.
what Josh Shane, if you're going to use someone as the authority on something, CVS, Walgreens, and the rest of the pharmaceutical, Pfizer, Moderna, should be the last source of opinion. CVS shouldn't be giving me no opinion about no doggone food that has chemicals in it when the medication that you subscribe to us for
Uh
high blood pressure and diabetes
oh.
and all these medical weight loss drugs that you
Uh
have
oh.
out. Hold on, I got this cat by the tail. Let me wiggle up.
Uh oh.
And you want to tell me about what's in the food when you ain't in the food industry.
Uh oh.
you in the drug business. You a dope pusher.
Ooh-wee.
And what your dope you push, if you get it, it tells you, if you take this medication, chances are your liver may quit, you die, your kidneys may shut down,
And they
you may
always
go
say that
blind in
fast
one
too.
eye, and you may become crippled in your hand. But this medicine is good for dyslexia.
Besides all the damn other symptoms you may
What I'm
face.
trying to say, I'll say to that, let the diabetes kill me, because if you got to take that medicine, they say you may have kidney problems, a problem that you don't have. And you may have a heart attack. And the blood pressure medicine, most men don't talk. We diagnose with blood pressure problem. We won't take the medicine because taking the high blood pressure medicine, the chemicals and the makeup is in it, and it make little Johnny go.
Yeah, and I went through that bullshit. Hell to the now.
And you went out, but then it tells you if you may lose your kidneys and you may go blind, but you got high blood and you need to take Lasama or whatever, and a statin for your high blood or cholesterol. But mess with little Johnny, you be saying to yourself, let the kidneys go, but not the wee-wee.
He like, I need him down there. Like, hold on, man.
Go?
Yeah, look, he gonna blame my wife's gonna be mad if that ain't working right. Hold on.
Mama gonna be looking some elsewhere, and I don't need that.
Like, I need you to work.
My point is, what I'm saying is I tell people that I believe, I know God made us. The human body is a medicine machine.
I totally agree with that.
If your liver to take apart, they can regrow your liver. Your liver repairs. Now, you heard of people having, I don't know if y'all can hear me because it's an echo, but do you know and understand, and I'm not a doctor. I'm just a nobody, really. I ain't no doctor. I mean, I am a doctor. I'm a doctrine of this. But the body, they can't make anything down there at the Crooked Methodist Hospital in Herman, all of them crooked. Methodist, crooked. They had a man down there in Houston, Texas, they arrested. It happened a couple of years ago, but they just brought it to light. He was drunk, going into surgery and showing up. Go look it up, people. Go to the Googleation. The man was on there, and he come in 3 minutes before the surgery, and he the lead surgeon. Drunk, full of that liquor and cocaine. Go look it up. Pull it up, Chris, because you got to halt.
Just Sim got to pull it up.
Yeah, somebody got to pull it up. Joshine, with your good self, pull that article of Houston doctor been terminated because of drunk and going to surgery. Herman was juggling around. Remember the other doctor with organs, playing with the game on the list. Y'all better keep up with this. Y'all supposed to be talk show hosts. And look what happens is this. Some stuff. Now, this ain't my type. Like, I didn't want to get on out because I'm not an expert. I just know God made us this way. But if you ever, the fearful thing of me is that if you have a bypass, right? And then you have a triple bypass. And you have a quadruple. Quad people, those of you went to public school, quadruple, mean quad is what? 4. Is that right, Chris?
That's correct.
When you have who you looking at, Doc? You got a woman with you in that room? I know
it's
you
my
got
other
there getting ready for the Trump rally and all that in DC.
This is my other screen. Yeah, I got 2 different screens.
Yeah, I'm watching him. You pay attention. Who was that?
Oh my God, making you something else.
Who was that? That we got you on the witness stand.
A damn screen. This fool right here. Look, I got a damn screen.
Not you, Chris. I'm talking about the producer.
Ah, hell, you don't put
Turned
the.
his head this way like this, Chris. And he was looking and talking to somebody who regulating stuff over there. Joshim, who you got? I'm putting you on blast.
Ah, hell, you ain't shit, Baker.
I am a undisclosed location.
Hey, hello, wifey. I'm on the show, and I know the producer is your husband is out of state, and he's getting ready to go to Trump rally, but I'm concerned about him.
Oh my God.
Let me run him through some tests. Hold on, baby. Blink your eye one time. You're not held hostage. He didn't blink, baby. Somebody got him at gunpoint.
Hey,
but look, the body is made to heal itself.
Right. And I'm going to show this.
Hold on before you show that. You got 1, 2, hold on. And you got 2 legs, a vein that runs in left, right, and carotid. When they do a bypass, they take them from there. This man that cut me off while I'm talking. Damn. I can't hear nothing anyway.
We hear you.
Let the video play. Because y'all didn't know about
being impaired during several surgeries. He practiced at Houston Methodist Urology Associates, but has since been let go.
ABC 13's Alex Bozarjian joins us live from the medical center. And Alex, you've been digging into this doctor's past.
Right. Dr. Nathan Stark doesn't just have a stain on his license. He has a criminal record. Documents we obtained shows he's been convicted of 2 DUIs, and he also has a pending case for assaulting his girlfriend back in 2023. When we reached out to Methodists tonight, all they had to say about Stark was that he was no longer employed with them. Within the walls of Houston Methodist, Dr. Nathan Stark allegedly operated on multiple...
Hell no. It's my story, let me tell it. Pause it, Joshine.
It's paused.
Now, here's the issue. See, you already know about this. They got one doctor, you do the Googleation, the dentist, he knock you out. That's why I don't let them knock me out. They knocked the people out, and when they knocked them out, he was raping them, the women. When he knocked one woman out, this doctor knocked this one we showing. We talking about health, wealth, and prosperity tonight. Medicine and food and chicken and hamburgers and McDonald's hamburgers that has no expiration date. All right, look, he raped him. And he raped one woman and she got pregnant. And she knew she hadn't been with nobody. And they did the blood work and traced it back. She knew she felt some type of way. But the dentist was fixing teeth and fixing everything else.
Yeah, he showed.
Here's the thing, people, before we start this video. America has sold us a bill of goods that this pill works. Now, let me talk. If y'all didn't want me on the show, then y'all shouldn't have put me. Now, Chris, well, how old are you, Chris, if you don't mind?
33.
33. Well, Lil Willie ought to be working.
This motherfucker, like, yeah. You trying to be slick with that? Hell no. Hell no. You know shit about a little bit this motherfucker. Hell no. He trying to be slick with that. There we go. He trying to be slick with this shit.
All right, then he ought to be. Hey, okay. Viagra.
It should be saluting.
Viagra was. Do you know how Viagra was made? Viagra.
No, I do not.
By accident. It was scientists made a mistake, and it become a blessing to the senior amongst us. They made a mistake. Do the Googleation. That's why y'all pay me, and I'm off the cuff. I don't do no notes. I take notes what people say, but I got some stuff up here that most people don't have. Viagra was made by default, accident. It was something to handle the blood pressure. And it allowed the blood. They discovered that this medicine that was a blessing to us, make the blood flow, and when blood flow, something grow.
Mm-hmm. It goes from a dead to a living person.
He rises again.
Here's the issue: it's being comical, but with the truth, is that erections has to do with the diet of a man and I'll get to the women. Just hear this here. When the body doesn't have blood flow and you got all that old Williams chicken, old Church's chicken, Popeye's chicken, and you got that greasy steak and all that stuff clogging your artery, just like in your car, if the carburetor get full of gunk,
yeah, that's how it look. Yep.
So little Willie, Big Willie, don't want to move because he clogged. Well, that medicine, that's how it was created, and stuff. And listen, you don't take it. Now they don't. I'm getting to the destruction of the pharmaceutical companies. It's because they made billions. Because young and old, black and white, rich and poor, 20 years, 30 years ago was running, Doc, I want Viagra. Okay? No, I'm just saying, really, you should understand and get books, and I'm not going to show this book, but there's books you ought to read. I don't take no Viagra. If anybody got any out there, shoot me a couple of them.
You know,
but
now
what it does, you got to understand that certain foods are Viagra.
Yeah.
Now, the same stimulation, let me teach the people, the same stimulation that we have downstairs in the vein that makes the blood flow to make an erection. They don't tell you this. The women have the same problem.
Uh-oh.
Oh, talk, Baker.
Uh-oh.
If them vessels are not stimulated down yonder, they ain't feeling no type of way.
Uh-oh.
Do your homework on the Googleation. They got women Viagra. Because if it ain't raining down there, it ain't wet. There's a problem down there.
You know, women don't want to talk.
I'm old. I ain't got time to water the grass.
You can put the women on the spot like someone gonna be like, Baker.
I ain't got time to water the grass. I mean, I ought to be able to whisper. You keep telling me this, telling me
Salute.
that.
Baker basically saying like, I ain't got time to be saluting all damn day long for you to get.
Nah, man, I ain't got time. Okay,
hey, well, you gonna have some females that's gonna say, hey, that's why
you see this lady commenting saying, said Baker. I don't know whatever thing I'm on my computer, but I just know. But look, food. Let me help you men, and y'all send me a little gift. Send me an offering. How many men out there, raise your hand if you want me to tell you what you could do to make Lazarus come forth? Now don't go get that McDonald's. Stay away from that.
Yeah, because we already know.
Stay away from Burger King. Stay away from all that old greasy food, sucking them neck bones. You sucking them neck bones, but your bone ain't getting sucked.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Now, wave your hand if you want to know. Don't be scared. Eat you some watermelon.
Yep.
Watermelon is man's Viagra. Oh, you know that.
But
eat you some fruits. Eat you some vegetables.
But it has to be.
And you ought to eat fruits and vegetables first before you suck down, well, not suck, but bite into that hamburger.
Well, it has to be, from what I've been reading and looking at, it has to be something. those have to be natural, because now you have watermelon that has no seed in it, just like
Yeah.
all the other items that's
Listen,
unnatural.
I know where you're going. Don't believe the hype. They tell you go to the grocery store. I got rid of a woman. She been on your show. I got sick of her telling me I got a list of fruits in my refrigerator. All right now, I have me some grapes, some cantaloupes, and some watermelon.
Mhm.
You don't have to eat them, I told her, but I'm gonna eat them. Somebody, well, the grapes don't have seeds. Well, you ain't got no seed either, because you can't have a baby. Hello?
But
No,
that's by
no, no.
choice,
It's a process.
because
I'm not going with that. Okay,
okay,
here's what they do. Look, I'm a scientist.
now here it even states right here.
Okay,
This
I'm
is
waiting.
from ChatGPT.
Who makes ChatGPT right? That's a computer. Read it, because I can't see it.
It says basically saying the seedless fruits and other unnatural products raises concern about the long-term effect of human physiology. And this is falls right up under chemical additives and health impact. Over 10,000 chemical additives in US foods, including flavoring, preservatives, and it speaks other pose a potential risk to human health.
Well, I understand, Joshing. I get you. My friend that's a nurse told me the other day, I asked her the question that the Food and Drug Administration now is making these companies who produce and use this red dye and this dye in
Yeah,
cereal
I
and
was reading
food to
about it.
stop. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, I may be old, but I ain't slow. And she said, Rebecca, that's why I never wore makeup, lipstick, red lipstick.
Mhm.
Well, do you know? I think it used to, when I was young, it called Manufactor or something, some makeup. But do you know what most makeup was made from?
Animals.
No,
They tested
another one.
animals. Huh?
That's why they made it from something, the placenta.
Mm.
That's the afterbirth of a woman. I just educated y'all. Send me a man, put my offering plate up. Giving y'all knowledge y'all ain't paying for. It was the afterbirth of a woman that they make the makeup from. You were putting pussy on your lips.
This Negro.
Yeah, so you didn't know that. So here's what I want to say. Then I'll sit down, mind my business, and go back to bed or something. I don't know. You're right. I can't see this. But anyway, here's the thing. What was done can't be undone. What was seen can't be unseen. Okay? I'm serious on this part.
Mhm.
All of a sudden now, except for Chris, I'm way close to 100. And so is Jasheen. Okay?
Mhm.
We don't need to be trying to eat right. We just need to maintain the intake of what we eat. Chris can kind of stop what he's doing and stuff will start repairing itself. We too old, brother. We ain't gonna make it. We're not gonna be here another 30 years. You gonna go before me, but my point is.
Oh
This
no.
Yes. You're like, hold on, wait a
Hey,
minute.
I'm trying to live another 40 more years. I'm trying to add 40 years
But
more.
the average person, the statistics say the average person living right now ain't gonna make another 25 years. I give myself another 30. When I ain't gonna tell you my age now. I ain't gonna tell you what look at, but I have come to the conclusion I'm just gonna mess up and mess up and mess up because I ain't got long to be here. I ain't trying to live forever. We're trying to prolong. Now, I'll tell you a story. In the early 80s, Chris, people were running scared because of the AIDS virus.
Oh, yeah.
But Pfizer, which is criminals and need to be on the witness stand, I'm waiting for C-SPAN to get them on the stand. Pfizer, Moderna. Do you think it's by coincidence that in the 90s, we had a professional basketball player who was diagnosed in the early 90s with HIV, AIDS, the virus, they call it AIDS, or whatever you want to call it. And he ain't dead yet. If he died now, he didn't live the promise. You get it? Mm-hmm. He ain't got no complications. Skin ain't falling off his bone. He ain't eating up with soul because money talks. And because I believe, don't quote Baker, America is so low down and dirty. America, the great whore, is so dirty that she has to create disease to move money, to make us scared. Nobody knew and said nothing. When the COVID virus came out, everybody started dying and running. And they forgot, and they called it, oh, this is the worst ever. But in the 1800s, there was another virus that took out a whole lot of people, and we don't hear about it.
Yeah.
It just slipped my tongue. It was a Spanish something, not the Spanish flu or something. Was worse than COVID. Where did it go? All right. They had campaigns. We are the world. And all these campaigns we had and raising money, and we were giving money like the Ganges River flow to help find a cure for AIDS. Now you don't even hear campaigns. Follow me for a minute. Where did it go? See, it's all about the money. Science is not designed to heal you. It's designed to keep the money flowing. Mm-hmm. Now they got drugs out there, I'm reading and studying, that you do not need, you need to take. It's called some dope or something. But if you got AIDS, you can't pass it on. Now that's crooked as a crowbar. And you have to be careful. So because that drives money, and the AIDS virus can't be detected. So they didn't milk that. Now they milking high blood pressure and diabetes.
And now they have it where you can take some medication to hide the symptoms of HIV, and they've been promoting that on TV.
In your communities, I see that.
Let me add on to that, but also the commercial adds that if it's not traceable, like you can actually, we see it all the time. Basically, if it's not, you take this medication, it's not traceable, you can now you can be sexual active again because after you take this. So now you have people who have, and that's all. I'm not an expert, but now it's this thing where if you had AIDS or whatever, HIV, depending on, I guess, whatever level you are, if you take this and it's untraceable, it is safe to have sex. Well, that's a touchy subject, but I'm just saying that's out there now.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I want to show this because since we're getting ready to close, I'm going to show this.
Man, let me, before you go to showing stuff, let me talk about this hamburger.
About to say.
You put me on here, and then y'all cut me off. Can I talk about this hamburger with no expiration date?
Go ahead.
Can I talk about the food? We go shopping and we go straight to the aisle we're looking for, and we grab stuff and we don't look at the expiration date.
That's true.
I look at the expiration. I just took it out of the pocket to show you.
Me too.
I keep this with me. You need to go buy one of these colored people, Negroids, and I take it and I slap it on the bag of chips. See what's in it. Okay? Procter and Gamble been killing us for years before we even got here. You familiar with those young people?
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Procter and Gamble is the devil.
Uh-oh.
Stop going, listen, people, stop going to Walmart. Stop going to Kroger. Stop going, that's my opinion, stop going to H-E-B. And I ain't gonna tell you something I don't do. Stop going to Kroger's. Lord, no, you need to stop going to Food Town.
Oh shit! Oh,
stop going to Fiesta.
I'm dead.
You gotta understand something. You gotta go to them. I get it. Buy items that you really don't have to ingest, and you gotta be careful with that. When I go to those stores, and I do, it's chances are I'm looking at everything on it, where it come from, where it was made, and most watermelons come from Mexico. And you got to look at another thing here. What's in it?
Well, to answer
all right, let me ask you a question when you talk. Don't get me on here because y'all know I got the gift of gab, man. I'm going to start my own show, 1 hour with Baker. Look, understand this. Do you eat Pringles chips?
No.
Why?
I never was into Pringles or nothing
Chris,
like that.
I eat one. Do you eat them, Chris?
Eat what now?
Pringles.
You heard us, Negro. Pringles.
What? Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. If you go look at the can, that can don't say nothing about chips. You didn't know that, huh?
Mm-mm.
Go look at it. Let me know what you think. You got to put the magnifying glass on. Last time, let me clean it. Last time you went down south, you didn't check no ingredients. You just go down south.
I'm not business Negro here. He's a nigga. He's a nigga.
But when you have jeans like this, now I'll put my fan out there. You should have jeans like this. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's where this longevity comes from.
But you know, there is a tool out there for those that's watching and listening who are now aware and want to do better in watching the food. It is called Bobby Approved.
What is it called?
Bobby
Are they a sponsor of this show?
They're not a sponsor of the show.
I need to get paid.
But
you
Bobby
want me to get them? You coughing? You got COVID?
No.
I'm not about to play with y'all.
Well, Bobby.
Who is Bobby? Bobby sounds like a white hillbilly.
Oh my God.
Bobby Approved is a app where you can scan the food and it'll tell you which food has chemicals in it that's harmful for the body. And I've tested it, and it actually works. And it'll tell you those chemicals that are harmful for the body and how they can hurt and harm the body. And so all you're using is your phone to scan the barcode in the back, since the barcode is identified to the product, and it'll let you know, but it also lets you know what places to go and shop that's less likely to have chemicals in those food at that grocery store. And it's called Bobby Approved. It's on any app from Android to iPhone.
Now, Chris, we got to watch this, Negro.
What are you about?
He sure talking about Bobby a lot tonight.
Oh my God.
There you go.
And we want to know that you have an agreement with Bobby that we don't know about and get paid. Me and Chris need to get something. We need to eat too. And we'll talk about Bobby. Bobby sounds like a white hillbilly.
I'm not about to play with y'all.
Now, listen, I get it, Joshing. Here's what I tell people. cancer has to have certain mechanisms to survive.
Yep, that sugar is one of them.
Sugar, I was going to say, is the number one component. Now listen to this. Cancer is nothing more than this. Cells are just flowing in your body. Okay, let me talk. They're just flowing. But if cell Chris gets off by himself and wander off, what he does, he invites other cells to come and duplicate. And when the cells, talk Baker, duplicate, it creates a lump, a nodule, or something, because one cell got off. And they invite other cells to get off. And that's when the doctors put the titty in there and they say, oh, the titty ain't looking right. And they say, we got to do what they call help me here, biopsy. Because it's normal for cells to get off and bring others. But to have the component to call it a cancerous cell, talk, baby, you got to make it do what it do. It's normal. Right now, talking, you got a cancer cell. Oh, y'all. I'm throwing it on y'all, not me.
No, see, here you go.
Y'all got cancer cells.
I'm not claiming that.
Y'all got cancer cells, but it ain't
Oh
bad
shit!
if one get off.
So I was on my phone real quick, but
yes, sir.
Damn, this is like a shocker at me. It made me want to look at Gatorade crazy now. So I just downloaded.
Gatorade? You might want to drink gasoline, but go ahead.
Not all the time, but I was curious, so I just downloaded that Bobby approved app, and I was like, I had this little Gatorade drink, so let me go ahead and just scan it. Now I hope it's not a little too blurry. Look what Bobby said.
And what chemicals did it say it was in the Gatorade? That's harmful.
I'm trying to show it as I try to multitask. So we have, like it pointed out, modified starch, red 40, sucrose, dextrose, and then they actually tell what it is. So sucrose is a process of redefined sugar may be linked to inflammation and poor gut health. Down. Dextrose process from a sugar derived from GM corn or wheat. Down. Flavor, natural, artificial. Flavor are not natural and can be made in hundreds of ingredients. Down. Modified food starch.
Yep.
And stabilizer made from GMO corn. Wow. And red 40, synthetic food dye derived from petroleum. Seriously? And then
say that again, Chris. I'm writing.
Synthetic
food dye derived from petroleum. What the fuck?
So, Chris, thank you for that, and thank you, Joshine. Now, if we're going to be a viable show, and people, y'all ought to respect the facts that you're getting tonight. You're not going to hear this on them love channels.
Shit, I want to grab my water again.
So, I am a man. I have not drinking a soda, like what you call a soda. I'm not drinking, listen to this, guy, juice. I'm not drinking any of that in probably 30 plus years. Now, I do have something that I try from time to time, and I've had one for the first time in years. I drink a ginger ale, and it ain't good either. When you was reading that, we know that everything that America produced and America allowed to come into this country unchecked.
That is true. Always
unchecked. And our products that we made in America is not allowed in some countries.
That's why their longevity is better than ours.
They live longer. That's why, does it seem strange to you? You go on the aisle in these so-called health food stores, and they got an aisle called the Mediterranean. The Mediterranean diet, the Mediterranean this and that. Those people have a very strict job. How many fat Chinese people you know?
Rarely none, barely any.
And you go there and eat all the Chinese food and get fat.
Mm-hmm.
They have a strict diet. Fish and vegetables, sushi, raw stuff, which is not good. I think it's a risk because once you get in America's kitchen, they be scratching and digging in their booty and their nose.
I'm not about to play with you right now.
Be farting. Yeah, they be farting. You go to itching. You know you go to itching down there sometime and you got to scratch. You got to scratch it. And you ain't finna go wash your hands or change your gloves. I go out and eat. When I eat food that is less handled by people. You ain't got to be, if I catch you in the kitchen and you put them wings in there, if I catch you just rubbing that wing and rubbing it with your hand, it don't need all that.
Shit.
Lettuce, don't go. I worked when I was a kid at Wendy's Hamburger on 59 and all day Mail Route. And when y'all come through there, you colored people and all that, I want a Wendy's, a single with cheese. And then what we did. You see like this table, but there was a bucket that catch all that grease under there. Mm-hmm. But when you want, think about it. We need to do a show, something that make you go, When you say, I want some lettuce, do you think they were going in there and cutting off a head of lettuce? No. We take them big old pickle jar buckets. You remember them plastic buckets?
Yeah.
Fill it up with water. And they cut the lettuce and dump it in there. Pour it in there. You ain't never seen nobody go and cut no lettuce off a head of lettuce?
No.
And that water, and when you pull it out, it just looks fresh and crispy.
Mm-hmm.
I love tomatoes, but I'm picky about them. Tomatoes are the worst. They get the most abuse because the skin on a tomato, listen, people, is so thin. Think about the shipping, the packing, the washing. By the time that tomato get to the store, they put a polish on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you go get the tomato and you looking for bruises and you feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Put this in the Googleation. Chris, look like you got some hamburger back there. I just noticed a Whataburger thing.
I told him myself a long time ago.
No, nigga, hold on. We talking about health, wealth, and stuff. And you gotta look like.
All right, you late to the show, Baker. All right, told them you do. They working. All right, told them myself. Said everyone.
Put this in the Googleation. A tomato seed is one of the hardest seeds to kill. Okay? You go downtown, east of downtown, you got Navigation. Navigation is where the city has a water plant. When I was a little kid, young man, the old people go down there, you see all the people around the water plant picking free tomatoes. And I didn't know what that was about. Well, when you eat that good old juicy Whataburger, and it got to come out, and you pooped in the toilet, and it goes through the filtration system down there, and it goes through the water purification system, that fake water purification has been hacked by foreigners already. Well, the tomato seed is a hard seed to kill. So if you ate some tomatoes here anytime recently on your hamburger, chances are somebody pooped it out. And you can go down there and pick up tomatoes, free tomatoes down there on Navigation. You black people don't know nothing. Glad I'm a Jew. Now, you eat. And that's what makes us sick. E. coli is boo-boo.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
What y'all got me on here for then? If y'all looking like Alice in Wonderland, like I'm lying.
No, that's why I just said.
Tomato seed, go look. And I love tomatoes, man. I got me some in there. I'm close to 100 and anything. I just can't up and stop eating tomatoes.
Right.
But watch the skin on there. Now I'm getting into this thing. If y'all go find me, I'm gonna have a man put me in my own garden, starting fresh from my own tomatoes and potatoes. I'm going in my backyard. I'm tired of America killing us because they know how to kill black people. They learn. They're experts.
Mm-hmm.
They kill you. They gave y'all syphilis after the white man got it.
Yeah.
And y'all don't want to talk.
Historically.
Y'all just want to get likes and points. I'm going against the grain. Now I'm finna go ratchet. You better hear me. Y'all want
hell.
likes and points on these shows, but don't understand the knowledge we need to give to these people. All right? There's a lady years ago. Go to the Googleation.
Mm-hmm.
There's something in the black folks' body that rejects the AIDS virus. There's something in the black man's body that rejects certain cancers. But nigga, you don't get melanoma cancer. It ain't common amongst us. Talk, Baker.
Yeah, because I've read and seen videos.
Take you some vitamin D.
And that's what they were saying. The melanin in our skin that are black has a lot of different benefits, from not just protecting us from the sun, but the energy that flows through our body. It's like and other benefits that they speak of far as health wise, like what you're saying. So I concur in what you're saying.
So we got to end, but I want to say this, Josh, is and Chris as well, because man, thank God for you, Chris, your young mind. Is we have to disclose stuff to people nowadays that they don't get time to research. They depend on us to do this. Mm-hmm. And it makes sense that our bodies will reject, because our bodies is designed to heal itself. You cut yourself, and you ain't going to the emergency room. Oh, Doc, I scratched myself. Huh? No. Your body goes heal itself. It's mechanics that can't be defined. It ought to give credence to that we had to be the first ones here.
Mm-hmm.
Because when God made us, he didn't throw us in the University of Houston. He didn't chuck us in the medical science book. When he made man, he chucked him in the garden. Hush up, Baker. Everything is in the garden.
That's true.
That makes sense?
Oh yeah, everything's in the garden. Everything
I'm
is
gonna start
designed.
growing my own in the garden. I'm going to work on a plan. I got the engineering and the science behind X equals this. I'm gonna make me a nigga.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
I got to. So what we're saying tonight, guys, has been phenomenal. It's been great. In the Trenches broadcast is one of those that bring good information. And Chris shows soul production. Listen, people, I used to work for them. And because I had a little bump, they fired me.
There you go.
And I ain't been hired. They say they're going to hire me back one or two times, one day out of the week. Well, they ain't hired but one day a week. Well, once a month. But they're scared. Now, I'm calling them out.
There you go.
And the people in the trenches that threaten the people.
There's been no threats, folks.
Nah, yeah, it has.
Watching,
Y'all threatened to stop that check.
I
think you and Chris took counsel together and said, look here, we know how to get Baker attention.
That damn part.
But before, like Baker said, before we close, hey, I am in an undisclosed location, but guess what? In the Trenches podcast, we'll be getting the inside scoop of what is going on the inauguration ball at President-elect Donald Trump, seeing and knowing what takes place in this big event on Monday, January the 20th. Yes, the same day as MLK Day, 2025. So this is another big event of always saying when we are in the trenches, we are actually in the trenches getting real and raw information and discussion. So as we check out, I'm going to say thank you to always Chris and Baker. Hey, that's the team of In the Trenches. And so we always want to give you truth, not fake news, as Donald Trump would say, but real and raw discussion. I'll leave y'all with this.
Tell them about that. I've been sending the thing out, Baker's collection.
Yes, make
on the
sure.
shirts. I'm going to start selling, but I want to say to you and Chris, thank you for the last dance. Have y'all seen, do you have the video?
No, I don't have the video.
Chris, you have it?
But the next one,
we'll put it up when we were dancing on that thing.
Next one, we're going to
I sent it to so many people, and they just fell out laughing.
Well, as I said, I'll leave y'all with this as food for thought as we check out. See you on the next episode. Episode 100 is coming soon.
America's food is banned in 30 countries. The food is killing people. Oh yeah, it's definitely killing people. If somebody were to buy a bag of Lay's potato chips versus buying it in Europe and look at the ingredients, they're totally different. They will make the healthier version for another country. There's over 10,000 food chemicals that are allowed in the American population or food system that aren't allowed in other countries. It makes it easier for food companies, gives them longer shelf life because they're putting so many chemicals in it. So anytime we lobby for healthier food choices in our school systems, in our neighborhoods, the food industry is going right behind them with billions and millions of dollars saying, no, we can't do that.
You've been listening to In the Trenches. Real, raw, plain speak without all the political correctness. We hope you've enjoyed the show. Make sure to like, rate, and review. And we'll be back soon. But in the meantime, reach out to TS&F Consultant and Management on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So long for now from In the Trenches.